Yep. What's going on, dudes and dudettes? Yeah, we all knew this day was gonna come. That the only reason why I like Duke basketball is because of one player. And yeah, that year, I think it was like 2004, 2005, maybe something like that, where it was just him. It was basically kind of like choose your best player, who you thought was the best player at the time while in college. When I started getting heavily into college basketball, um, it was between J.J. Redick of Duke and Adam Morrison of Gonzaga. I had a lot of respect for Adam Morrison, but I don't know what it was. I think it was maybe the swagger, always like, cheering on the fans or even cheering on the opponents' fans while at away games. With J.J. Redick at Duke, I just liked his style because he could talk crap and still drop 30 plus on you. It was just awesome to see. Sadly, I think they went to the Final Four that year. It's either Elite Eight or Final Four his senior year, and sadly they lost to LSU and Glenn Big Baby Davis. But yeah, but he got drafted the following the next season or whatever, the next NBA season, to the Orlando Magic. He struggled. He almost was ran out of the league just because of how inconsistent he was. He wasn't strong enough, not quick enough. But he eventually, when Orlando made that title run, I believe it was 2009, yeah, where they faced the Lakers, he was one of the bigger parts of why they did. And sadly, of course, or I guess luckily, of course, he kind of fell off. But that's just because he's a shooting guard. I'm pretty sure, if I can remember correctly, Kobe was on him a lot. Whether it was Kobe or Trevor Ariza, it's going to be hard for any top shooting guard to do that. But they kind of clamped down the defenses on him that year. He didn't have that good of a finals, but at least you could say he was at least in a finals game, a couple of finals games. But yeah, definitely the main reason why I started liking Duke. I don't know why, it was just crazy. Even though I was already a USC football fan, Lakers fan, I was always LA-based teams, and then all of a sudden, yeah, just fell in love with those colors and the atmosphere that they do in Durham at the Coach K Center. It's just always an awesome sight to see when you see a Duke game live on television. It's pretty cool, and hopefully fans will be back for Coach K's last season, but we'll get into that next year. I'll have to do another retirement video and all this crap again. But yes, definitely not the most liked guy in the NBA, even if he's on your team, JJ Redick. A lot of times people really hate him or really love him, like me. But yeah, it just sucked that the Lakers were never able to get him on a team. I'm pretty sure it was close a lot of times, and I thought there could have been a chance this off season with the extra roster spot that the Lakers have. But the main reason why he's retiring is, definitely COVID played a big part in it, because he wasn't able to see his family, who's up in the Northeast, and he was always playing in like New Orleans or Dallas, especially last year when he played. But it definitely seemed last year he was definitely off, and I think it was some lingering injuries that he had. He even said in his retirement video earlier that I think he's going to have surgery on his Achilles, because they're going to have to cut something off on the bottom of his heel or whatever. He still hasn't even had the surgery. But when you have something like that with your Achilles and you're an NBA player, it could probably take even longer to come back than it does a football player. But I don't know if going into close to his 40s now, that he's going to want to try to make a comeback within a year or two. But definitely spending time with his family is a big part of main reason why he wants to do that, and of course the lingering injuries as well. But Father Time always beats all of us, especially NBA players, pretty quickly. I think it took him a while because of how much of a competitor he is to understand that. But yeah, luckily he got to play with the great Luka Doncic last year for a little bit. But yeah, it's the end of an era, end of of a career of a player that the main reason why I like a team. It's pretty crazy. My only team that I like, not based in California, which is pretty crazy. And still to this day, I still feel like crap when they lose and enjoy every victory. So yes, thank you JJ Redick for making me a fan of Duke, fan of basketball, even more of a fan of basketball. And yeah, hopefully everything comes to you. We'll see what he does. I know he has a podcast that he puts on YouTube, video-wise. He has some great interviews on there, so you can check that out as well. But I'm pretty sure he'll continue that, and I don't know, maybe we'll see him get into coaching or an analyst. You never know. So yeah, congrats and thanks for everything, and see you on the other side. Bye.